Welcome to garrocha training. Fred is new to me, so I tried playing with the garrocha with him just the other day for like 2 seconds, and he was okay, but he was a little nervous about it. So I thought I'd make a introduction to garrocha video with him. So I'm going to use one of my shorter garrochas. This one's probably like 8, 9 feet, something like that. It's not super long. I have another one that's 12 foot, and I would like to get one that's 14 foot. So to get started, if your horse is a little jumpy, I recommend you do this in a halter. I really trust that Fred is gonna keep his act together here, so I've got him in a bridle and I'm planning on riding him. So to start, I might just kind of walk around the horse with the garrocha here, and I might just kind of try and touch them a little bit. If they move away, don't chase them with the garrocha. Just kind of keep petting them and pet them with the garrocha. Oh, you're okay. So I switch hands and just pet him a little bit and rest it on him. Good boy. Now, if you taught your horse head down, this might be useful in this instance. So if your horse, ho, you're all right, gets a little up and intense when you're touching them with the garrocha, you can actually ask them to just relax and put their head down, and they will actually take it in a little bit easier. All of this becomes a little bit easier on your horse if you have like a manual relax button. So I'm going to do that on both sides. Just pet him with my stick. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy, Fred. All right. So once I'm done with that and I'm ready to start moving around with my stick, first I guess I should show you this is like the two different positions and show him the different positions, because my stick is going to be moving in his field of vision when I get on his back. So he needs to be a little comfortable with this. So I might ask him again, can you put your head down? Good boy. Can you put your head down? Good boy. Okay. Do that on both sides. You put your head down. Good boy. Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and start walking him around with it. I start with walking stick. My horse feels comfortable with me doing walking stick. I start to drag it a little bit. It makes a little bit of noise. Their head comes up. If they get nervous, go back to walking stick. Just take it all nice and slow, no rush. If it takes you 3 days to get this done, it takes you 3 days to get this done. It's not a big deal. Ooh, I'm going to do that from both sides. Oh, you're okay, bud. Come on. So walking stick. And I'm going to drag it a little bit. Come on, bud. Keep up. He's like, I don't lead from this side. This doesn't make sense. Walking stick. Drag it. Oh boy. And I don't think he cares at all, so we're going to give it a go from his back. All right, so I'm going to give this a go bareback. I really think this horse is going to be just fine with this. He may look at it a little bit, but this horse is not a crazy horse at all. So I put my reins in one hand. I like to bridge my reins, or I can show you a couple of different options on that later. Park next to my stick. Pick it up just very gently. I always, oh, good boy. Good boy. I always like to start with my garrocha to the inside of my circle, so I do all of my work to the right to start. I always carry my garrocha with my right hand and steer with my left hand. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same things as I did on the ground. Start with walking stick. Good boy. Walking stick, and if he's okay with that, drag it a little bit. Good boy. And I find too that the more you kind of pet them and tell them they're doing a good job, the more receptive they are to learning about this. They're a little bit, even the tiniest little bit edgy, just kind of, even if they're not edgy, just tell them they're doing a good job. And they will learn to let you play with your stick. All right. And ho. So when you are working with your garrocha, you have what I call spearing position, or you could call this jousting position, right? This is how you're going to spear your ring or joust. All right, then I call this carrying position. So this is just kind of riding around and hanging onto your garrocha while you ride. Right, so spearing position. Oh, bud, you're all right. And carrying position. And this is where having it move around in their field of vision from the ground is beneficial, and even accidentally bonking them on the butt a little bit, because almost everybody, when they first pick up a garrocha, will go from here and they'll try and flip it and they will bonk the horse on the butt just like that. So I do like to just really gently kind of train my horse that this is okay, but what you want to do is move your arm out, flip it, bring your arm back in. Out, flip it, bring it back in. That's all. All right, so let's see if we can do this while walking. I'll show you a couple of fun exercises. Again, for the first day, I always just do it to the right. As you get better, you can do it to the left. So, carrying position, spearing position, and then I go from my carrying position. I might go back down and walking stick, drag it. Just make sure all of this is okay. Okay, so I've gone back to my spearing position. Now I'm going to go to my carrying position. I'm going to find a spot somewhere in the middle of the arena here. I'm going to go ahead and put my pole down. I'm going to start walking a circle around my pole. I'm going to try and keep that part that I put down, the butt of my pole, I'm going to try and keep that in the exact same spot. So I'm turning with my body, using just my seat and legs. And then when I want to go ahead and pick it up, I might just do a 90-degree turn. And he wants to kind of shy away from it there, you see, so I'm using my outside leg. Oop, good boy. To try and keep him a little straight rather than him kind of spinning around the pole. Put it back down again. Move out. Ride a little circle. Ask him to move in. And I'm going to kind of be a stickler on him this time. I want him straight. I don't want him to, yeah, good boy. Yeah. I want him to feel like he can be right on top of that thing. So another thing I might do is, because so this is like training your horse to move in on an object, like push an object. So, to my circle. He's fine with that. All right, then I'm going to kind of have him stop and almost leg yield in on it. So maybe side pass in on it. I want him to counter bend a little bit, and I want him to push into this. Might take him a minute to kind of process. Keep going. One more. One more. Good boy. So that he moves all the way in on it. Good boy. And I'm going to pick it up. Do that one more time. Whoop. Fell in on that one, huh? It's okay. All right, let's see if we can just kind of straightly move in on this. There we go. He's wanting to move away from it. Good boy. Good boy. And hope. And I think that's good for him for day one. I think he did just fine, huh? What do you think? Think you did good? Good boy. Well, I hope everybody picks up a garrocha and incorporates it into your training program. And I'll be back with some more fun exercises on things you can do with it that are going to help you with your maneuverability of your horse. Hope it's helpful. Bye.